Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions. Wanted to update you guys on the overall market. We got QQQ up 3.2% on the day. That means that TQQQ is up nearly 10% on the day. I actually just sent out a message to my Learn Time Profit group that I'm beginning to reduce my position size on TQQQ. I am beginning to see the slowdown of overall progression. I'm going to wait before I even upload this video on YouTube. Just making sure that give our LPP group some time to prepare and react. But I see obviously a lot of downside potential. If we look at this on the quick 1 hour time frame, we're testing the moving average, which is of course a great sign. But looking at the 4 hour, we're just looking a little bit more on the overextended side. Overbought doesn't mean that it has to pull on back. It just means that it has the potential to. And because of this slowdown, I mean, based off of where we peaked and where we're at right now and how we really haven't made much progression, we're now beginning to retest this EMA a little bit more. And this is why I'm a little bit more motivated to reduce my position size on TQQQ to anticipate a pullback. Remember, the only people that freak out when the market pulls back are those that simply did not prepare. So with that being said, I want to make sure that I prepare in advance and that if we do break below the EMA line, that I do not hesitate to reduce my position size and or lock in profits on TQQQ so I can have some cash on the sideline. So if it does pull on back, I can buy at a cheaper level, right? It doesn't always mean that if you sell TQs, you have to go into SQs. There's nothing wrong with staying cash, especially if you're simply waiting for another opportunity to present itself. New economic reports that were released today. So when it comes down to the job openings, actually better than expected. The prior month was 11.1 million and this month was 10.05 million. Based off of expectation, if I'm not mistaken, expectation was 10.7. So we came in actually lower than expected, which again, less jobs were created in the month of August or for the month of September, right? Is pretty much what is being reported. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it's a bad thing for the economy. It's a good thing for the Federal Reserve. It means that, yes, the rate that they are raising interest rates is affecting the overall market as it's more expensive to borrow money. And therefore, the economy is seeing the pressure that the Federal Reserve is trying to make the economy feel, right? So it's kind of, again, that same concept of bad news is good news right now for the overall Federal Reserve as, hopefully this can expedite the process of their interest rate hikes and hopefully stop raising interest rates 0.75% as often as they have been, right? They've already done 3 of them, which is something that, again, the market has factored in and which is why we're at where we're at. So QQQ, as of right now, if we look at this on the 4 hour time frame, again, trading above the EMA, but on the day chart, we are still trading far below that EMA on the day chart. So we're looking good on the 1 hour. We're looking decent on the 4 hour, but we are not still looking the best. It's still a strong descending pattern for QQQ. So just want to make sure that you guys are up to date, making sure that you guys are aware that if we do break below the EMA, we do have some downside risk. And one of the things that I want to leave you guys with is the amount of times that TQQQ this year, the amount of times that the NASDAQ market has closed above 4% this year, I think is 4 or 5 times. It's been very rare this year that the NASDAQ market saw a gain of over 4%. But Ricky, why are you saying that? What does that have to do with anything? QQQ, which is a NASDAQ ETF, is up 3.22%. So that means that the NASDAQ market is up 3.22%. This year, barely. We've seen maybe 4 or 5 times that the NASDAQ market breaks above 4% and holds above. So if I know that statistic of this year, that it's very rare for the NASDAQ market to hit highs of 4%, and we're already at 3.2%, I mean, what's the difference there? 0.75%, right? And it rarely ever happens. This is just to show that maybe, again, what's it worth? To potentially make another 0.75% from where we're at right now to maybe being at 4%, which rarely ever happens, or just locking in profits and knowing that we are at a great price right now for QQQ based off of recent patterns, that maybe it's not the worst idea to reduce position size in case the market continues to sell off based off of the overall previous descending pattern, right? There's no actual news on why the market's going up. It is literally just, the expectation of the market sentiment that there's not as much fear in the market. But guess what? CPI data reports are still set to be released. Interest rate hikes are still set to be at 0.75%. I mean, the market is still not getting better. But again, the question is, are things getting worse? So just understand that 1 or 2 days, and again, I'm telling you this as a bull, right? Someone that wants the market to go up. I just don't want you to be naive. 1 or 2 green days does not define a market recovery. Do not get too excited, because I don't want you to determine your success based off of how you've performed in the past 2 days. Because if the market sells right back off for the rest of the week, I don't want you to be so hard on yourself. I just want you to be aware that we can easily see a shift of direction, and I want you to prepare for it. Our job is not to predict the future, our job is to prepare for it, and I hope that you guys are ready for it. So again, I trade live every single day with my Learn Plan Profit group. If you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, then make sure that you click the second link in the description. It's $100 off, and you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. Also, don't forget to pick up your new Wall Street Trading Journal. This is all available at shoptechbits.com, and again, that's that fourth link down below. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, especially if you're an absolute beginner, please feel free to direct message me via Discord. That's the first link, or feel free to message me via Instagram. That's that third link down below, especially if you want a custom personalized discount to join Learn Plan Profit 2.0. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope that it earned a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe, and I'll keep you guys up to date with all these different economic reports, and turn on those post notifications so YouTube alerts you when it is that I go live. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.